people of the world. Mathai Griffin back with you for a little special tribute video in Final Fantasy XIV. As I'm sure that many of you are aware, it'll be the end of an era as of this week, because when patch 6.1 launches, the full completion of the downsizing of the Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn main story will be complete. Square Enix attempted to do everything in its entirety at once, but they started in patch 5.35 with downsizing the main story by taking out some of the quests that they felt were unnecessary, while modifying and streamlining some others. But they had not completed everything that they intended to do. It is only with patch 6.1 will their completion take place. This will be through the complete overhaul of Operation Archon, the final leg of the Realm Reborn main story of 2.0. This particular journey was something that, for a lot of people, was either something they really loved or something that they really hated, depending on when they first got to experience it and how much of it they got to experience. For people like myself, back in 2014 when I first started playing this game, and I got through to Castor Meridianum and Praetorium, for example, people like me were basically given the opportunity to be given a Luigi victory by doing absolutely nothing and trying to take in the story while everyone else just blitzed through everything, skipped through all the cutscenes, and basically left you in your dust to just stand there and just do things that you wished that you could have done as part of a team. But if you were a new person and you were along for the ride, that's basically what you were there for. And victory was given to you, and you didn't have to do much to accomplish it. But they changed the story, as it were, for Square Enix by forcing people to take on the entire experience of the story a few years ago, by making the cutscenes completely unskippable and putting everyone on a level playing field. This, however, angered a lot of people who preferred things the way they were. And so, now, here in 2022, Square Enix will try and do their best to placate everyone, by giving people who have not played the game for the first time a better opportunity to do the experience in a slightly smaller capacity. They will do this by making both Castor Meridianum and Praetorium 4-player dungeons as opposed to 8-player dungeons. In addition to that, they're also splitting the Praetorium into 2 halves. They're going to make the Praetorium a 4-player dungeon up until you beat Gaius for the first time, and then the 2 battles against the Ultimate Weapon will be a trial unto themselves, and they'll be added to the main scenario roulette in a separate capacity. And finally, the battles against Wytotten and Cape Westwind and La Habrea's final boss battle at the end of the Praetorium will both become 1v1. So the experience as it has been in terms of the dungeon's layouts to this point for 9 long years are going to be gone forever. So in recent days, people like myself have been wanting to take an opportunity to experience these 3 legs of Operation Archon, but a little bit differently, having the opportunity to do them as they were first experienced by the very first people who played A Realm Reborn all the way back in 2013. And that means by doing all 3 legs of them without any advantage in terms of gear. In other words, putting all 3 of these at level 49 experience level for Cape Westwind, and putting Castor Meridianum and Praetorium at the minimum item level for both dungeons, which is item level 42. Because of the minimum item level option that's available for you to use in Duty Finder, these things can easily be accomplished. And so, people like myself have had the opportunity to run these things as they were back in the day, and for so many people who have had the opportunity to do these experiences, their eyes have been opened to so much that has been missed and skipped because all these places are basically turn and burn under the current format. Whether or not we'll see changes other than reducing the parties or making them 1v1 is a thing we won't find out about until we actually see it for ourselves come Tuesday. But for now, I want you guys to take the opportunity to enjoy, for the final time, as it was back in 2013, the 3 legs of Operation Archon. And so, let's begin with Cape Westwind, where we will have to deal with Raitaten. It will appear we have unexpected guests. Now, where have I seen you before? Oh, but of course, the man who fell the mighty Titan. This is the Icon Slayer? I see. The commotion without is naught but a diversion. Allow me to hazard a guess. By eliminating me, you hope to undermine the garrison at Oxidens. Bold strategy, to be sure, but have you the strength to see it to fruition? I am sure I do. Leave us. None of you are much for him. Send word to Castrum Oxidens. Tell them the Laminsons are coming. So yeah, you two flip him off. At once, my lord! And away they go. Yeah, get on out of here. 15 years have come and gone since Lord Van Belsar first set foot in Eorzea, yet his ambition for the realm burns as strong as it ever did. Know you what fuels it, adventurer? The desire to deliver the people from their suffering. The lands he has conquered will all be set with problems. Poverty, starvation, lawlessness, and strife. My homeland was no exception. Had my lord not reached out and claimed it for the Empire, it would have eventually destroyed itself. But under his sage leadership, my people enjoyed such peace and stability as we had never known, and he only desires the self-same for the people of this realm. Under his rule, Eorzea will be free from the shackles which bind it, the shackles of false faith. There will be no feeble leaders to misguide the masses, no icons to bleed the realm dry. True peace would reign, and the people will be free to live their lives without fear of persecution or oppression. Should you doubt the truth of my words, I bid you look upon me. I am no son of Golemold, yet Lord Van Belsar saw fit to raise me to a station of great honor. He measures a man not by his birth but by his worth, such is his sense of justice. By the grace of his excellency, I am where I was born to be, upon the field of battle. He has given me a noble cause to fight for and worthy adversaries to smite. And so now... yeah, let's get up close and personal. I am not wont to bear my steel needlessly. But if you are deaf to reason... well, I must be, because I've been looking down the entire time. In the name of Lord Van Belsar, I, Raitaten Sarsavana, do swear to strike you down! Well, let's see if you can. I forgot how long this was. You're not kidding. And so, let's turn it back to 2013, and I know that a lot of you are probably going to complain about this, but we do have a couple of people who are taking poetic license here and using jobs that were not available at 2.0, but this was all they had, so this is what we're gonna have to be content with. But let's take on Raitaten, just as it was back in the day. And as you can see, the strategy is gonna be a lot different, because the tank has already pulled Raitaten all the way, basically, to the same distance as where the front gate is located. Because we're all at level 49, that means there are a lot of abilities we don't have, most notably our level 50s. I don't have Dragonfire Dive as a Dragoon, nor do I have Chaos Thrust. And then, yeah, here come the reinforcements, as they usually do. So now it'll be up to the off-tank to try and slow them down. And you can see all the fire that's being left on the ground. The trail of destruction that's being left on Raitaten's wake is apparent in 2013. It also helps that we're basically able to pin him in a corner. But it appears that the tank has decided to change the position given how much fire is out there. And now Magitek missiles are being ready, which means we need our tanks to be paying attention to that. We also need our healers to be at the ready when this stuff gets launched down. Because here it is, because the AoE is going to be leaving quite a mark, as you can see. A massive swath of destruction that has not been seen in a long time, but yeah, you can see just how painful that is. That's what it's like under 2013 rules. And with Raitaten going for another round, hopefully our healers can get us back on our feet. The tank is trying to draw Raitaten away, as you can clearly see, but you saw the massive swath of AoE. Oh! Yeah, that's getting dropped. And now we're back in the fight and we can keep going. Might need to pull the trigger on the limit break now because it doesn't look like we'll get a treble. But can we outrun Raitaten before we get left in worse pain? Oh, well, he dropped it over there, so I think we're fine here. We've got this. Yeah, knock him into the portal that he came through. And short circuit the damn thing. Hi there. Forgive me. I have failed you. Lord Van Belsa! And faceplant. And thus the portal to Castra Marinum would be deactivated until all the way later on when we got to when we had to fight the Emerald Weapon. Hard to believe it would take that long to get this portal working again.